Cheers. With Funky Fun.
Welcome to Brainwreck. I'm Jason Axe.
I'm Kevin Graham.
And this is the best show
Oh my God.
on the internet.
You are
We're coming in hot because,
spiking.
ladies and gentlemen, we are lucky to be alive. We're lucky to be here on a Wednesday night. We're
I'm
together.
tangled.
Everyone's great.
Are they great? I mean, we are together, but separate.
Well, listen, man, nothing can be equal.
Okay.
So, you got to take the good, take the bad, take them both. There you have facts of life, ladies and
The
gentlemen.
facts of life is right here.
I'm out of mixer. I couldn't
You're
get to
out
the
of
store.
mixer? Wait, isn't that your mixer?
I mean, it's an energy drink. You can't really put that with whiskey.
I mean,
I wouldn't recommend it.
you could. I
Fruit
wouldn't
punch and
recommend.
whiskey?
I have like so much shit in my eye right now.
Are you
I don't know what
kidding?
happened. Well, I might be.
What
I mean,
what has happened
Jesus.
to you? You're looking like me, pal.
Well, we talked a little bit about it on Monday during the couples cast.
That's right. Each Monday we've been doing a couples cast with our wife. Well, my wife,
My
your
girlfriend. Yeah.
We've been bringing the ladies in. It's
Yeah.
been hitting a home run.
Home run.
We've been playing
All
all sorts
around.
of games. We've been learning things. It's been fantastic.
Yeah.
Tune in Mondays.
And I mentioned that, I might just shave my head.
Yeah, you did mention that on Monday.
And then I did it.
How was that?
It was fine. I'm cool with it. I did it to myself. So,
I mean, as you normally do.
as one does, you can see my scar, and it's a little cool. Dilly dally. And yeah, so this is just me now.
Is that your spring cut, or is this going to be a permanent style for you?
This will be the spring cut.
Okay.
Usually I do even just kind of trim it down right in the beginning of spring. So I figured, hey, you know what? I'm not going anywhere. I'm not really seeing anybody. I could just let.
Disappointed.
Well, she's here, and
She's a somebody.
I acknowledge her on a regular basis.
You do every Monday. Please hit that subscribe button.
That's no other day of the week, but Mondays. Like, hey, you still want to do that podcast with those two tonight, right? All right, let's get the drinks going. But yeah, no. So I was just like, fuck it, because like I said, I'm not going anywhere. I'm not doing anything. I'm not seeing anybody. I'm not gonna like style my hair because like it's just wasteful of product. Because it's like I do my hair makes.
Well, you're wasting money. You're putting Promenade in your hair. It's the whole.
I use So figured fuck it, just low maintenance.
Mm-hmm.
But I've been having to lotion it a lot.
Yes,
like
that's key.
Like every time I wash my hands, I lotion my hands and I lotion my head because like
Yeah.
I have been getting ashy. And then, like, I think I'm typically just an ashy person, so I've been like, ooh, I gotta nip that in the butt while I can.
That's right. And speaking of, that is a perfect segue to something that I wanted to talk about today. And the reason I started off this show so hot,
Ooh.
talking about how we're all lucky to be here.
We're lucky.
Essentially.
Yes.
The fact that like things haven't completely melted down as of yet.
Nope. Only a little bit.
Only a little bit. But last night, we were on the verge of extinction.
No.
Because, ladies and gentlemen, we were this close. We were this close to having the lights put out on us because Old Faithful.
Old Faithful?
Old Faithful.
Is that what it's called?
I believe so.
No. Is that where that originates from?
Old Reliable?
Old Reliable?
Which one is it?
Oh, I don't know.
Christy, what's the math on the geyser?
What's...
So, anyway, there was an earthquake last night, ladies and gentlemen.
Supposedly.
A 6-point-something, 5?
A strong magnitude 6.5 earthquake hit Idaho for the first time in 50 years. That's according to Newsweek.
That's correct.
Which, I mean, like, listen, we've been here before, all right? Just liberal media with their democratic plans trying to just uproot the current establishment. You know, did anybody see this earthquake take place? I don't think so. So
I don't think anyone lives there.
I'm just going to say, well, boom. You know, if nobody was there to see it, how can you
if
really
a tree falls?
Listen, trees don't fall. I don't know if you know that. Trees don't fall. Okay? They don't just fall. Like, somebody has to knock it over. So it's Old Faithful.
Like God?
Like, well, you know, she's a little busy. So, like,
singing ironic.
It's what I'm saying is, like, nobody was there. Just liberal media at it again. I mean, come on. Like, you can't trust them. I mean, the whole coronavirus thing was a hoax. Now they're trying to get people up and, you know, at it with magnitudes and 6.5. So you can't trust them. That's all I'm saying.
So here's the thing, folks. Yellowstone, I presume, is in that state.
I love how you did the research on this prior to freaking the fuck out.
I did all the research I needed on Twitter. All right, that's all I needed to know. So apparently, what had happened was there was an earthquake about 200 miles away from Yellowstone Park. Yellowstone Park, if you don't know, ladies and gentlemen, is a super volcano just chilling.
So Yellowstone National Park is a national park with parts in Wyoming, Montana, and Idaho.
See, I wasn't wrong.
You technically, no, you were not wrong.
See? Best show on the internet, folks. The only recipient of the YouTube Wood Award, which I will say, if you did not watch Monday's show,
that got some play.
You can all thank me now. I'm waiting.
Wait, what?
I'm waiting.
Waiting for what?
For the world to thank me, because I saved humanity on Monday's show.
How?
Because, ladies and gentlemen, I sat here and I said things could not get any worse.
You did.
I said things could not get any worse, but had the presence of mind to grab the only
YouTube my God,
Wood Award
and
give it the old
Listen.
thusly saving humanity from the super volcano that is Yellowstone Park. You are welcome.
So they said that. Okay, first of all, I don't think that this was as. You know what? I'm not even gonna say anything because, like, in these times, the phrase, you know, it's probably not that bad, should just no longer exist.
Yeah, we should take them out of our vocabulary.
We should, at least for the time being, or at least let's just be like, yeah, you know, that dip's been sitting out for a little. No, because, like, that dip sitting out for a while, that's probably not just that bad. Probably has, like, fucking E. coli in it now or some shit.
Yeah, and bats and stuff.
And bats.
Yeah, it started this whole thing.
Oh, okay. Shit, we got bats here in Austin.
Don't eat them.
Why the fuck would I eat a bat? I'm not Ozzy Osbourne.
Well, that's how the whole thing started. People in China eating bats.
Okay. That's weird.
So don't eat one.
I don't want to. I'm not going to, okay?
Then don't.
But I think there's more concern about the bison in Yellowstone than there is the volcano.
I mean, bisons will fuck you up.
Bison? Did you see the reporter?
No.
You didn't see the fucking clip of the reporter?
No.
Oh my God. Dude, this dude was just I believe he was doing, like, a news recap on what was going on with, like, all the bison and stuff, and then he just stops dead, looks, and is just like, oh no. And then it's just one of, like, straight up veteran move, like, not even trying to stick with it. He's like, nope, we're going, nope, not dealing with this. And I'm like, you know what? I don't blame you. I would have done the same thing. Just been like, fuck no. That thing's coming for me. I'm getting out of the way.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, and here's the thing, folks. Like, and like you said, like maybe it shouldn't have been the number one thing to freak out on at the time. I mean, last night I panicked. I was in a panic.
You texted me. You were like, Yellowstone might go. It might be erupting, and I'm like, okay. Like,
well, here's the thing: if Yellowstone erupts, we're all dead.
Why?
All of us.
How?
Why?
What's the math on this?
Because I got all my facts from the Joe Rogan podcast, and so what happens is when Yellowstone when Yellowstone blows,
yeah,
it'll spread thousands of miles of ash, which will then block out the sun and kill all the vegetation. When all the vegetation is dead, all the animals die. When all the animals die, we're fucked, and it will wipe out the power grid on top of that.
Who told you this?
Joe Rogan.
No, Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan specifically told you this.
An expert on this podcast.
Okay.
An expert in what I don't know. But
it's just some guy.
He was an expert.
So at this point, then, what is it that we need to do in order to prepare?
Well, there's a couple things. Well, we need to figure out a way to alleviate the pressure of the volcano, which is why old Yeller goes up in the air every 5 minutes with the steam in the water.
I learned that in elementary school.
See, I'm not wrong.
Okay.
So they need to figure out a way to relieve the pressure of the super volcano. So like there have been theories about like drilling, like that sort of thing. But then like there is the consequence of possibly setting it off in doing that. So like they're kind of like, maybe we shouldn't try it, kind of thing.
Why does this all sound very sexual to me?
Well, I mean that's just your state of mind, brother. You've been cooped up. You've got.
I don't think that's it.
Things building. Anyway.
Got to release some pressure.
Got to release some pressure.
Got to release that pressure. You got to drill
Mondays.
You got to drill into it. Release some steam.
We learn all about this on Monday. So hit that subscribe button. But anyway, so we're Fucksville if that thing goes off.
Yeah.
So I was kind of in a panic last night because I don't consider myself a very paranoid person.
Right.
But I'm a paranoid person.
Do you feel as though you've become more of a paranoid person in the current pandemic that is going on?
I kept my cool for a long time. Kept my cool for a real long time. Mm-hmm. But as things are progressively getting pushed back,
right,
the more I'm starting to get amped up a little bit. Like I didn't go out, I didn't hoard any toilet paper, I didn't stock up on Chef Boyardee or anything like that. I did buy a case of ramen noodles, but I buy that every week. So like it wasn't anything.
It was just, and that's the same way we've been, just basically business as usual. Like we haven't gone out and like bought shitloads of stuff. I mean, not that you really can right now, anyways, but like
it's interesting because the wife does work at a supermarket, so like even we are afforded that benefit that we can pretty much get whatever we need whenever we need it. But last night she worked and she said that the stores are starting to get more stocked than have been.
One of the things, and I just saw that there was an article published basically saying that I think Walmart and Target are starting to see downward trends. I think that the initial panic has sort of, or at the very least, is starting to subside. And a lot, maybe not in like all areas, but like in a lot of areas, like it's starting to subside a little bit. And then now we're sort of working towards, I would say, like phase 2, which is just like internal depression,
right?
And like people just like,
going around.
People just being like, fuck it, And like I don't think you're really gonna see, as much of a I think people have gotten to the point where they know it's one of two things. They either have everything they already need, or they know how to manage their supplies.
Well, Blakely brings up a great point in the chat. We've actually had to buy a lot more food because the kids have been home, and I've been home from work.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, there was definitely, like, an adjustment period of trying to figure out, like, what's the new normal level of food and supplies you need in your house for being home all the time.
Right.
It was kind of like I talked about on Monday, where I haven't had to buy gas in probably 2 months.
Yeah.
But we've had to supplement what we would have spent on gas on food.
Yeah.
So, like, the budget hasn't really changed.
Yeah, I think we're sort of in a I mean, obviously we're in a different situation. We've only got 2 cats. But, like, you know, since I'm home all the time as it is, like, it was never a case of, well, now we got to kind of supplement us being home all the time. Because, like, prior to all this going on, like, you know, Chrissy still packed her own lunches, so she still bought all the same amount of food that she needs. I still just sat here and ate all the food that was in the house, so it was just, you know, the standard amount of food.
I mean, you only eat booze and protein powder anyway.
Basically, I mean, like those are the only 2 food groups that really exist. So
protein and booze.
Protein and booze.
Right. So yeah, you're fine.
Yeah,
liquor stores are essential.
I got one around the corner, and it is open. We went there the other day, and it's basically a grocery store, too. I mean, they got chips. They got
nice.
They got cheese. They got, like, booze, wine, and beer. And I'm like, I don't... What else do I need?
Nothing.
Fucking
you got a one-stop shop there, pal.
F&A.
Right. So anyway, so... okay, yeah, so back to the Yellowstone thing. So I panicked because I'm like, of course. And actually, I learned about something else today I'll tell you about that's going to make you panic even more. Because, ladies and gentlemen, if you make it out of 2020, you can make it anywhere. Like, the world's coming hard. The world's coming hard this year. So anyway, so Yellowstone, I panicked a little bit, and I was like, I thought to myself, and, you know, maybe I'd been drinking, that if I had to pick up and go, like, if it blew and we just had to throw what we could in the car and go, what would I grab?
Right.
And the number one thing that I was super excited to have, you know, in this state now, and I was like, you know what? I've got that homemade battery pack that I use for cons.
You do.
So ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know, whenever you get a vendor's table at a comic book convention, it is extra if you want electricity at your booth. And I like to run a TV with, you know, run some trailers of the comic, try to bring some people in, yada, 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 that sort of thing. But I am a cheap motherfucker. So I found a way that you can take what they call a boating battery.
Okay.
A cruise motor battery.
Sure.
Something for boating.
Yeah.
We talked about boating on Monday.
I am a licensed boater.
Captain.
Yeah. I'm a captain.
Trolling motor. I think that's what it is.
Trolling motor?
I think it's called a trolling motor.
Okay.
Like, you need a separate battery for it.
Right.
To run it. But you can use those and modify it, and then use one of those plugs you use for the car with an outlet kind of thing. With cigarette lighter things.
Yeah.
And run your power that way.
Okay.
And I was like, that is a great thing to have. I've already got the adapter, and I'm like, but if the grid goes down, this is going to help me one time, because I'm not going to be able to charge this motherfucker.
No.
So I went out and bought a solar panel.
You did not.
Yeah. Amazon Prime that shit.
How long is that going to take? Does that count as an essential item?
It is currently in stock.
Yo, did you did you see the guy yelling about dildos today?
No.
So like apparently like the people who work for Amazon, like in the warehouses and stuff, like want to go on strike because they're basically making them work in, like, I mean, pretty much like unsafe working conditions because of all the shit.
Well, they have forever, but now it's like.
But like, what the fuck was it? The guy was, because they're not stocking non-essential items. So anything that's not like house, medicine, like something that's essential, like they're not doing that like 2-day shipping. I think we talked a little bit about that last week.
Yeah.
But the guy was on the mic saying like they need to stop selling anything non-essential because they're putting us in these conditions and there's no real precautions, and like, you know, food, medicine, those are essential items. Books for kids, those are essential items. Dildos are not essential items. If you need to get medicine or food, that's fine, but dildos should not be an essential item. We should not be selling dildos. I'm like,
how many dildos has he had to pack?
I can just imagine. I feel like he's like the dildo guy,
right?
Because you know how he's
D through F.
He works in that specific lane of Amazon because like you can buy some fucked up shit on Amazon, and like I feel like that's his
Just
life.
Purchase some things.
Okay, saucy. But
Tune in Monday.
Okay. It's gonna be it's gonna be one of those shows. Okay.
It's always one of those shows.
It always is. So you bought a solar panel.
Yeah.
Is this for your house? Is this for your car? Is this like the size of a cell phone? Like,
it's for my battery pack.
So like, how big is it though?
It's about the size of like, I would say it's probably like 11 to 12 inches long and probably 4 inches wide. So it's pretty small.
Okay.
Pretty compact.
Yeah.
It's meant for charging like RV batteries.
Okay.
And stuff like that. So it comes with little suction cups you can put on your car window and charge while you're driving.
Okay.
Kind of thing. So like super versatile. Good thing to have. If I ever go camping, it's there. So like, you know, we got that going for us. And then the other thing was, so playing with kids is tough on this break. You know, they have zero attention span to begin with, and trying to keep them entertained for days after days after days, and then they just pushed it to the end of the month before going back to school. I'm pretty convinced the school year's canceled. Like they're just gonna stop. Like if they can't get back to school in May, we're done. We're done. We're gonna call it a year for the kids. But one of the things that my son loves to do is to lightsaber battle.
Okay.
Loves to lightsaber battle. And as you know, I have one of them motherfucking expensive ass lightsabers from Disney.
Yeah, you do.
So like, I'll whip that thing out any chance I get. So,
are you just like going out in your backyard like practicing?
Oh, inside, sir.
Oh, inside.
You turn all the lights off. Put on some rave music. Go to town.
Oh, fuck, that'd be dope.
Yeah, dude, it's dope as fuck.
Yeah.
But anyway, but the batteries were getting a little low, so like I was changing out the batteries. I'm like, oh fuck. We got like no batteries in this house. What if Yellowstone goes up?
Oh,
jump onto my Amazon Prime.
That was your breaking point.
Yeah, jump on some Amazon Prime. Got some more batteries coming my way.
Oh my
so
God.
Like, I'm slowly becoming a prepper.
I will say this. Well, here's the thing. I feel like that's not really becoming a prepper. Like becoming a prepper is like, you've got a bug out bag. You've got like exit plans. You've got like a box of bare essentials like hidden in your basement somewhere. Like having batteries is just
those are all good ideas.
Those
are all good ideas.
I know they are. I'm not saying they're bad ideas, but like this is one of those things that I kind of realized once, like everybody, like once the panic hit was. There's a lot of things that, like growing up, I always remember having. And
like a fire extinguisher?
I've got a fire extinguisher.
I don't have one. I should probably get one.
You should 100% get a fire extinguisher. That's just, you own a house.
Well, yeah, but like, we got a smoke detector.
When was the last time you changed the batteries in your smoke detector?
Well, when my Amazon Prime gets here. That will be the first
And
thing.
let me ask you this. Do you have a smoke detector? No, smoke detector. Do you have a smoke detector?
That's your texting coming out there, pal.
Fuck, I think it's finally hitting me. Do you have a smoke detector outside of every doorway? I don't think your house is to code.
No, it is. Like, because like it's kind of more of an open concept, so like doorways don't really exist.
That's Do you have a smoke detector in your kitchen?
Close to it.
See, that's
the next room over. Well, if I didn't, every time I'd make a goddamn frozen pizza, the motherfucker would be going off because of the stupid cheese that drips down and burns.
Use a pan.
And you can open a window and what?
Use a pan.
No, because then you don't get the crispy bottom, brother. You know, you got to get that.
So what you do is
bottom.
Yeah, absolutely. You put some tin foil on top of the bottom rack. Put
fancy,
the pizza.
Fancy. We got tin foil all of a sudden.
Motherfucker talking about buying batteries for his goddamn lightsaber, but you can't go out and buy some fucking tinfoil for your food. Like, I think, I don't know if you should be prepping. I feel like your priorities are a little off. You're gonna be.
Although I should get some tinfoil for them radio waves.
You're gonna be through like 3 months into the fucking apocalypse. And they're going to be like, you know, where's the tinfoil to cook over the fire? I don't know. I'm using my batteries for my goddamn lightsaber. Zip, zap, zip. Put it on that. I'll fucking cook it up.
Hey, it doubles as a flashlight. It's useful.
Oh, wow. So does my phone
it's
and my watch and everything else that emits a light in my home.
It's not discreet. It's very loud. But, like, it'll be a good-ass flashlight.
So I feel like you're kind of on the verge of becoming a prepper. I feel like this is where that's going. And
here's the thing, like I'm getting a little more nervous. Like I feel like I don't know if you well where you are it's barely hit you guys, right?
In areas where the area we're in, it's not as bad. It's not great, but it's not that bad. There are worse areas.
Yeah, I think I was reading something where, like, Texas hasn't even seen the worst of what's coming for them yet. Yeah. So, like, but who really knows? All I know is that motherfucker in Florida just told people to go home. Like, today.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, what are you doing? If you're worried about goddamn New Yorkers going down there and you're just telling people to go home today, it's too late.
Like, they've all got it.
And like New York, where we are, they're sending people from goddamn the city up here.
Oh, really?
Because they're running out of space in the hospitals.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, it's fucking nuts there, I'm sure.
And it's like, I mean, I thought we were supposed. I mean, I get like all for one and one for all, but fuck the city, because you know, we have to suffer because of them every single year.
What do you mean we have to suffer because of them?
Cuomo has always made policies based off the city that the rest of New York has to deal with.
Well, okay.
And it's like, I get it. Like, I feel for all you people in New York. Seriously. It's terrible.
It's terrible. I have friends in New York.
How are they doing?
They're doing well. Yeah, okay.
Have you been in contact?
Yeah.
I'm staying away from you, brother.
So I don't think you can catch it this way.
Wouldn't that be something?
Well, like suddenly everybody's like computer starts like going up in flames. Dude,
You've got it.
Like I mean, for a minute I thought my computer had something because like it was just making noises.
Mm-hmm.
And like I eventually figured out what the fuck it was. But it was like one of those things where I took a bunch of shit apart. It was like, I don't know how to fix this. I put it back together. And then it just started working as it should again. And I was like, all right, I guess I'll know.
Makes sense.
Yeah, you know, because
you probably just pinched a wire.
Nah, it was like I think
I've pinched a wire a couple times.
I have pinched a few wires. It's one of the coils in my graphics card was like making a grinding noise. So, you know, it's great. It's like a 1.5 year old computer that's only, you know, $1,500, whatever. It doesn't need to last.
Do you get that warranty?
The warranty expires after the first year. That's been my fucking luck. Dude, that's been my fucking luck. Like I've told you like the fucking eBay shit I've been having to go through, right?
Right. Yep.
Where like I made a good chunk of money in a short amount of time.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, fuck yeah, this is awesome. And then it was like, well, wait, hold up. because you've got your shipping costs, which I was like, okay, like that I understand. And plus, like, I bought some supplies and I bought a scale because I was undercharging myself for shipping. So, like, I was putting in weights that were a little bit lower than what they actually were. Because at the time, I didn't have a scale. And I didn't want to, like, go to the post office, have them make me a label or whatever. So I just guessed. And I got charged after the fact.
Yes.
On a couple packages. And I was like, whatever. So I bought a scale to be a little more accurate. And then, so there was, like, the shipping costs. And then there was the PayPal fees. And then there's the eBay fees. And I'm looking at my eBay fees, and it was like $80. And I'm like, for what?
Exactly.
And then I'm looking at it, and there's like nothing itemized, and it's just like for upgrades and services. And I'm like, what fucking upgrades and services is this bullshit about?
Right.
And it's just like, this is just what it is.
It's just what it is.
Yeah.
You gotta take it.
Yeah. I think I may have pulled off a pretty swifty maneuver, though. I'll tell you about it later.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let me know about that.
Yeah, I'll tell you
yeah,
about
like
later.
eBay's become like a casino.
Dude,
like the house always wins, man.
You can't fucking, like, and that's the thing that pissed me off is, like, they don't give a fuck.
No.
About the seller. It's just like, because I remember when I got hit with like a refund notice, I was like, listen, this person's not being descriptive. They're saying the box is like ripped when it's not. Like they say that it's cut. They haven't proven that there's a cut.
Right.
And then they're like, well, the box was in a condition that wasn't included in the photos. So we're taking the money out of your account unless you can come up with a solution. And I'm like, no. Like, that's not what you're doing. And they're like, no, that is what we're doing. And I was like, okay.
I mean, that's what you have to do.
Yeah.
It's and then they started adding in all the taxes.
Yes.
Like just recently, I bought something. I did the make an offer feature and got myself a sweet deal, or at least I thought it was a sweet deal until $5 extra of taxes got added onto it. And I'm like, since when the fuck have I had to pay taxes on eBay?
Right.
This is some governmental conspiracy bullshit to fund your goddamn war on Corona.
I don't think those two are related. But
I don't know. Corona shows up. eBay starts taxing people. Tomatoes.
I don't think that's in the same timeline.
Well, it is for me.
Okay.
And that's all that matters in this world. It's my perspective.
Okay.
Says everybody on Twitter.
Fucking Twitter, dude. I am like, okay, so let me ask you this. Have you taken everything off of your phone? Social media.
No, I'm back, baby.
You're back on?
Here's the thing.
Fuck.
I'm going to tell you why.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you why.
All right.
So I took everything off my phone.
Right.
I had, at one point, everything was gone. I was only using Facebook and Twitter on my desktop computer.
Right.
I was not using it on my phone. The problem was that when I did that, I stopped using Twitter altogether. Because Twitter, you need to be in almost constant contact to keep up with whatever's coming on.
Yeah.
Like, you really do. And the problem ended up being was I was actually missing out on comic book opportunities by not having it.
Okay.
So I was like, I was able to justify bringing that back to be like, okay, there are some like reputable comic book companies that are starting to ask for creators to be interviewed, but it's only like you need to be there now to do it kind of thing. And
gotcha.
Like, you got to do that. So I have an excuse to do it. I still try not to use it as much as I was using it. Like, I went on there today, looked at something, said, fuck this, and turned it off very quickly. But it also led me to believe that Yellowstone was exploding. So you take the good, you take the bad, take them both there you have.
I've been like, I think at this point, I'm a month and a half out from when I took all social media off my phone.
And?
I haven't added anything back.
Okay.
I think I might.
Ah.
I think I might start with Instagram. Because here's the thing.
Okay.
I actually enjoyed going on Instagram. The problem was it would, like, one of the reasons why I got rid of everything was because it was such a time suck. And
Right.
like used more as a distraction. And like in moments
And
where
now you can use that time suck.
I could use that. I could
brother.
use that time suck. Oh my god! But it was like the case where, like, in times where, like, I was walking to get coffee, I'd be looking at Instagram, and it was like too much.
Right.
But like now, I'm like, you know what? I could probably, use a little bit of a break, and I think that
Right.
could be a beneficial break. And also, like, I've kind of cheated a little bit because, like, I've been going on Twitter and Instagram via the web browser on my phone.
Oh, you son of a bitch!
It's only been for a couple of
Suck
days though.
that social tea. Just suck
Oh,
it.
just a little bit. But I'll say
Get
one
that
thing.
taste.
I'm fucking so far over Facebook, dude. Like,
Oh yeah, bro. It's a shitstorm.
and like the worst part about it, because like here's the thing too. So there's only like a small amount of people who I would say I interact with regularly that do actually post.
Right.
But it's usually just like memes.
Oh yeah, no. Facebook has become the place for memes.
But like
That's
it's
all.
either memes from people I know, life updates from people I don't really talk to all that much,
Right.
or like anybody who's over the age of 40, anybody who's over the age of 35, just like going hard in the paint with social bullshit nonsense.
That's right.
Like somebody posted the other day, like they reposted something that was like calling out young people for like partying and like not taking care of themselves. But like it was one of those things where like you read the post and you look at the photo they shared and you're like, none of this is connected.
Right.
Why did you,
Right.
like, number one, like this photo that you shared, nobody in that photo is under the age of 21, and you're calling out people under the age of 21. You're saying that young people are like, not social distancing and creating havoc during this time. But like, I've seen and heard more bullshit from the older generation
Oh yeah.
about how they don't want to be cooped up. And like anybody who's like within my age range is like, stay the fuck home,
Right. And it's funny, like that. I would agree with you because the most things I've seen are like retired people at the golf course or at the beach or by the pool
or fucking tailgating or
tailgating.
Like, yeah.
Like,
So it's just like,
listen, go home.
go home. Listen, even if, like, yes, we all want to go out, but guess what? There's nothing out there.
No.
There's nothing out there for you. Just stay.
And then I kind of
Stay
had a
home.
panic moment too. Like I got a little philosophical,
Oh, really?
and when I thought Yellowstone was gonna blow,
Oh, okay.
I was just like, oh man, we're just on a spinning ball hurling through infinity,
Oh my god.
and I'm just like, what does it all mean?
Are you starting?
it all mean?
Are you starting to become more aware of time?
More aware of what?
Of time.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's happened for a while.
Okay.
Like, I would say probably since my dad died.
Okay.
Like, it's really fucked with me, like a lot.
Yeah.
And I think that, like, if you look at the Axe timeline of stuff,
Right.
you will see a gigantic spike in productivity when that event happened. And that
Okay.
was due to, like, the idea of, like, running out of time.
Okay.
What about you?
Yeah, I'm very aware of it. I'm just like, wow, look at all that time that's just now not here anymore.
I mean, I'm what? Am I 30, 31? Or am I 32?
I think you're 31.
I'm 31.
You're 31. You're going to
So that
be
means
32
31
this
years
year.
have passed.
I'm going to be 31 this year. Do
You
you
young son of a bitch.
let me ask you this. Do
Yeah.
you feel like you're 31?
No. Not at all.
I do not feel like I'm 30.
Not at all.
See, this is the other thing too. I feel like for the last really for like the last 4, almost 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say maybe for the last like 3 to 4 years. I feel like I'm not an age. I feel like my age just like doesn't exist.
I still feel like I think I got the Batman syndrome.
Yes.
Where I just feel like I'm perpetually 28. And the thing is, like, but at the same time, like, I've noticed some changes. Like, obviously, I look in the mirror and I'm like, who's this old fuck?
Right.
And then, like, I do some other things. Like, I'll be driving, I'll see some kids in the street, and I'll be like, get out of the way, you darn hoodlums. And, like, you know, that sort of thing. But, like, for the most part, like, and it's funny because I was just thinking about it the other day because I was looking at, like, some of the careers that are out there and stuff like that before all this bullshit happened. But, like, I was just and there was a thing for like young writers, and I'm like, yeah, that. Oh, wait, do I still count?
Right.
What's young?
What is young?
Where's the line?
Right.
Am I still a blue chipper? Am I still? I would say no. I'm a grizzly vet. I mean, not a veteran. I wouldn't steal anybody's honor, but you know, like, an experienced person. I don't know where the line is.
I don't know where it is either. I feel like, see, because here's the thing. Sometimes I'll go through like my Facebook feed because I'll get like the memories tab.
Yeah.
And I'll look at that.
I forget everything.
Which is great because I'll see some shit and I'll be like, who the fuck let me post? Like if you don't go through like it. I primarily use Facebook for the Facebook Memories app.
Yes.
And like there's a lot there's like a gap. There's like a lot of stuff from like 12 years ago to like 5 years ago. And then there's just nothing. And like I look at this stuff and I'm like, who the fuck let me post this shit?
Who thought this was a good idea?
And then like I'll see the photos of me and stuff, and I'm like, that's an 18-year-old. And I'm like, I can look at that guy and be like, that guy is 18. That guy's 22. That guy's 23.
Yep.
I look at like some of the stuff from like the last couple of years, and I'm just like, I don't know who he is. I don't know how old that guy is.
Right.
Like, and I feel like that's kind of been the constant for the last few years. Like you, I'm in that boat of like, I just feel like I'm in that 28 to 32, 33-year-old range. It doesn't like it's it all just which we are, but like it meshes together. It doesn't really. There's not like a prominent feature for being this age. You know what I mean? Like aside from just like crushing uncertainty and debt. Like those are really like the only two key features I feel exist.
I was gonna say the other day I did get a Facebook memory of an old match.
Yeah.
That happened, and it was a pretty prominent one. And then I looked, and it was 11 years ago, and I was like, "What the fuck?
Ooh.
How is that possible?" Not.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem.
It's
possible.
But like. That was the bulk of my 20s, man.
Was like, well, I mean, and that's the thing. It seems like a fucking lifetime ago, but in actuality, it was
a decade
6
ago.
Years ago.
Oh, six years ago.
Well, no, when I stopped wrestling was 6 years ago. But it doesn't seem like it was 6 years ago. It seems like it was yesterday.
When you stopped wrestling was like 4.5 years ago.
No, we're in 11.
We're in.
I stopped. Wait, where are we?
2020.
Christy, what's the math?
It's 20. It's 2020. Your last match was December 15th, or December 2015.
Yeah, Christy, what's the math on that?
That's like 4.5. We'll call it 4.5. A little less than 4.5 years ago.
4.5.
Yeah.
But 5 minus 20.
2015 to 2016. 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020. You still need to get to December.
How many fingers? You look like a goddamn carny.
5. Yeah. He says he wants 5.
He wants 5.
He wants 5. I thought about that the other day, and I laughed my fucking ass off.
I think about that constantly.
Like, anytime I think, like, 2 + 3, I'm immediately like, oh, he wants 5.
He wants 5.
He wants 5. But yeah, dude, it's in December. In December of this year, it'll have been 5 years for you.
It will have been 5 years.
It'll be 5 years for you.
So in October of this year, it'll be 5 years of this show.
Yeah. Oh fuck. Fuck.
5 years we've been doing this, motherfucker.
Wait, Christy says 3.5.
Oh no.
4.5. No, it's 4.5. We're actually at like 4.25.
4.25.
4.25. Yeah. Because
okay.
15 to
we
16.
need to talk about
17,
how we can get some viewers on this fucking show. We've been doing this for 5 years.
I feel like we're starting to hit that trend.
I feel like
oh no, yeah, 4.5.
We are starting to hit a stride a little bit.
Here's the thing. I like doing this now. This is kind of my thing. I also realize I have like a really fucked up hairline. Like this thing.
It's like you got a little sun there too, pal.
Oh. No, that's just from scratching. But like we got to get some people. I feel like we're running on enough platforms where, I mean, like, fuck, the Monday shit's like working. People love that stuff. I have been seeing
Wednesday is just a bad day.
Maybe Wednesday. I mean, like, but like, here's the thing too. So we record on Wednesday, but you got to think of everything after the fact too.
Right.
Because like we've had some good episodes recently where we've gotten a little bit more traction. It's just the problem is it's like it has to be like all day, every day to really build it. Ooh. Mm-hmm. And like I know we were talking about going on TikTok, but fuck, man, I was on TikTok today. I finally got into our account.
Yeah. How are we doing?
That shit is exhausting.
Oh, it's TikTok?
Oh my god, it is. I don't even know how to describe it.
Okay.
Like what you see on Your Mom's House is like a very specific lane. But when you go into TikTok, it's like somebody just pumped you with sugar and speed. And it's like, it is, what the fuck? Like, everybody, it's more of like a dancing app. Like, everybody's dancing.
Okay.
Everybody's listening to music. And like dancing and doing stuff and like dancing to words. Like they'll dance and like words will like pop up and then they'll like fucking dance move the words away. And I'm like, I don't know if we can do this successfully.
So hold on, but what you're saying is there's an opening.
Oh, an opening for what?
For anything different. Because different is good.
I'm going to explain something to you.
Yes.
Just because it's different doesn't mean it's good.
But just because it's weird doesn't mean it's bad.
That is true.
That's some life advice right there.
The idea, it is don't think differently. Think unique.
Okay.
Because I feel like people get too hung up on this idea of, it has to be different in order to stand out. No, it has to be authentic. It should.
Oh, this is authentic as fuck. They don't get any more authentic than this motherfucker right up here.
It's got to be authentic, and it's got to be real. Mm-hmm. Like, because I feel like at this point, people are very savvy and figuring out whether or not you're trying a little too hard to fit in to a niche. Like, you see those motherfuckers who are like hugely famous, hugely popular, and like they just got a positive can-do attitude about everything, and everything that comes out, they just love. All this stuff is great. All this stuff is wonderful. All this stuff is thrilling. The thing is, they're not trying to connect with a specific audience. They're trying to connect with everybody. They're casting the biggest net they possibly can and pulling in more people that way. It's one of those things where you can cast a big net
Right.
and pull in a lot of people from different areas, or you can cast a smaller net and have a better chance at grabbing all of those people specifically.
Gotcha. So what you're trying to say is we're too divisive?
Yeah.
I don't know what you mean by that.
I mean, that'd be one way to put
great.
it. If you could watch porn of any two people, who would it be?
What is that from? Which chat is that?
Oh, that is Twitch. This is what I'm going to say. Twitch is like going off tonight. Like we've got like one dude came in and was like, when he there's a lot of sexual tension here.
Between us?
Apparently.
Oh.
I mean,
I didn't pick up on that.
Is it time
We're
that
just two dudes.
We're just two dudes, but like, let's be real here. Is it time that we get on OnlyFans?
You're really pushing hard on that OnlyFans.
Hang on. Here's the thing. Here's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You're like trying. I mean, like, is it in the bylaws of OnlyFans? I've never been on OnlyFans, so I really don't know how it works. But is it in the bylaws that it's got to be like porn shit?
I mean, no.
So like, that's what I'm saying. Is like, listen, we can get an OnlyFans going. It's like, well,
and Blakely said save that question about which porn for Monday's show.
For Monday's show.
Monday show.
Oh, say that for Monday's show. All right. I mean,
guess ladies in here on that one.
Okay. Jesus Christ. But I'm saying, it's like, is OnlyFans like specifically dedicated to porn? Because why can't we just like set it up where it's like, yeah, we're on OnlyFans, and like, what's your thing about? It doesn't have to be. Okay, great. So it's like, what's the thing about? Well, it's just two dudes, who are just
I think we
like
need to trick people
into that's what I'm saying. It's like two dudes that are just like, into broing out. Like, we try to get everybody else come bro out with us, and then like, one thing leads to another, and
so we just
maybe I'll set up an OnlyFans account.
What we should do is take some promo pics shirtless and put that as our profile pic.
Oh, I've got plenty. I've got plenty of those.
And then when they click and they subscribe for only $1 a month or whatever,
wait, I have to use.
They get the show.
I'm gonna use my burner account just to see what this is like.
You got a burner account?
Oh, bro, you have to have a burner account. What are you, an amateur?
Well, no, I've got like 37 because I get the WWE Network for free.
That is exhausting. Like,
it is exhausting.
Oh my god.
Although it is free now, which is very exciting. Except, did you see their new strategy?
What's the strategy?
So in this show's all over the place, but whatever the fuck, we still got to talk about April Fool's Day too.
Oh fuck! It's April Fool's Day today.
It is. So how things aren't going well for them currently.
Oh god, that's putting it lightly.
WrestleMania is a little on the fence. People are sick. They just realized Roman Reigns probably shouldn't be traveling after battling leukemia.
What the actual fuck?
Right? How that slipped through the cracks, I don't know.
Yeah, that guy that was like off TV for like a year because he, had leukemia again. Like, maybe take him off the road.
Doesn't need to be flying right now.
Doesn't need to be.
Probably doesn't need to be flying. They are pushing people away from the network for WrestleMania.
Oh yeah.
WrestleMania is still going to be on the network, but all you hear from the announcers is buy it on pay-per-view. They are pushing pay-per-view. And let me tell you something, folks. They let that genie out of the bottle. You can't put the toothpaste back in after you've been giving it away for $9.99 a month. You ain't going to pay $60 to watch WrestleMania on pay-per-view. Or, as they brought it up, $30 a day.
I will probably cancel my subscription. I'm sorry. I'm looking at OnlyFans.
Buy it on pay-per-view?
I'm looking at OnlyFans and I am enamored. It's just, what is this?
Told you, it's the Patreon for porn.
No. How do you find people? Is this? I think this is supposed to be like a mobile-based app, though. Ooh, dark.
Oh, probably.
Because like it's functioning very much like mobile. Who's this person? Please follow. How can I just follow? Do I have to pay to follow?
What are they doing?
Standing there, not being naked.
Kevin is serious about OnlyFans.
I am. Listen,
you know what? You're a sucker for a new platform. You are a sucker for a new platform.
Why not? Listen. Times are tough, people. Okay, times are tough. Mm-hmm. We have to make a living.
Right. Websites aren't working.
Well, the web is working.
Well, no. If you try to get unemployment, the website's not working. You throw temper tantrums. There's so many things going on in the world. But
how do you find people?
A new platform.
I'm saying
set you straight.
OnlyFans could be the way to go for this show.
Don't you need fans first to give it only to your fans?
We're reaching out to a different community. That's the thing. See, okay, so I said before, you can cast one giant net, okay, right, and try to pull everybody in. You can cast one specific net and try to pull all those people in. What we're doing is we're casting multiple nets in many different ponds, and we're just scraping the bot. We're basically like just shifting all the dirt and shit around, trying to find those little guppies, trying to be like, where you at?
Right.
We're
sifting through the ash of Yellowstone. We're just trying to get.
We're just relieving all that pressure from it, and let's see. That's what we're trying to do.
Can you do it? You have to look into this, because if we can be on OnlyFans and not charge anything, and be free.
Free content on a paid platform.
On a paid platform.
On a paid platform.
Maybe we can get some OnlyFans celebrities.
Jesus Christ, this dude's
to be on the podcast.
Packing. What?
Like get some the top sellers of OnlyFans like to come on the podcast and promote their page. Like we could do a whole partnership.
We could. I need to close that.
OnlyFans, we are open to this.
I gotta stop looking at that. I need to stop looking at it. What are we talking about? We're talking about wrestling. So we're on
the show with April Fools. April Fool's Day today. Did you get fooled, sir?
No.
No?
I told Christy last night, I was like, oh yeah, make sure you don't believe anything you read tomorrow.
Right.
Because it's April Fool's Day. She was like, oh yeah. And I was like, yeah. And then I got up this morning and the first thing I saw on Twitter was, hey, can we just cancel April Fools? Like, we've been through enough shit, right? And we're going through enough shit. In the mood. Like, nobody's in the mood. And, like, you know what? I didn't see anything that wasn't blatantly an April Fool's Day joke.
Gotcha.
So it was, like, very, like the post itself was. There was one thing that I saw where I was like, oh, boy. O.J. Simpson.
OJ,
our.
In these trying times,
somebody needs to take his phone away. He posts. Oh my god, he's like, post today. I did it. Hashtag April Fools.
He did not.
100%.
Dude.
100%.
That guy.
He and I went to his account. Dude has been on some shit lady or some shit lately. Fucking OJ, man. The real OJ. Oh wait, maybe it wasn't him. Oh no, did I get fooled by an April Fool?
Oh no!
Oh no!
You did get fooled.
No! Wait. Oh man. Wait. Oh, I see what happened.
What happened?
So OJ's not verified.
Correct. They
on
won't
Twitter. So somebody had a very similar
name.
Like name. Their feed, everything in their profile, like the profile pic. Yeah, okay. So that joke kind of is dead. Forgot I said anything. I was looking at a parody account. That's what happened.
So you did get fooled on April Fools.
I mean, technically no, because I feel like that person would have said it anyways. Because it's a parody account. It doesn't really count. Parody accounts don't count. They don't count.
We're going to go with the judges in the chat on that one.
Read the rules, okay? It does not count.
But anyway, I got fooled, and I did some fooling
Ooh,
today.
Who'd you fool?
Yeah. Fooled my kids. It was awesome.
Come on, that's easy.
Oh, no, it was so dope. The wife was in on it. Like, we got those sons of bitches good.
What'd you do?
So the wife came up with the idea of, we were like, oh man, we're gonna make some brownies tonight. We're gonna watch an episode of Tiger King. It's gonna be awesome. Because we're going on to episode 3, and if you want to hear what I think about Tiger King, tune in on Mondays, because that's where we do the Tiger King update. Is on Mondays. You've already seen the whole thing, so.
Oh boy, have I.
So
I might watch again just to kind of follow along with you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, we're starting episode 3 tonight.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
But anyway, she's like, we're gonna make some brownies, and then she came up with the idea of, oh, we should put some brown letter E's in a pan and give them to the kids.
You guys are
and
assholes.
tell them that we're having brownies.
You guys are assholes.
So, there's no rules in quarantine.
Kidding.
So we did that. Like I printed out a page full of brown E's.
Right.
Put them in a pan. We wrapped it in tin foil. We actually did have some tin foil. Which ruins my earlier joke, but what the fuck ever. And then brought it out to the kids and said, it's very hot. Like, we set a timer and everything for it to go off.
Yeah.
Pulled it out of the oven. That wasn't on, but like pulled it out of the oven and then revealed like some brown E's, and they're like, "What is this?" And we're like, "Ha, it's bedtime. Get your asses to bed." April Fools.
So then, how'd you get fooled?
So I got fooled because we follow we watch a lot of YouTube in the house. Like, that's our main source. We don't have cable. Like you fancy fucks.
I don't have cable.
It was the general you fancy.
Oh, the general. All the people we're trying to retain as viewers, those fancy fucks.
The royal you fancy fucks, yes.
Right.
Anyway, we watch a lot of YouTube, and these YouTubers that we follow are usually dudes that do like taste testing weird things, or they'll go and rank like the best ice creams, or just silly family friendly silly shit like that. And so when we saw their video, we were like, oh, this is normal. Like, it was just a normal video that they would do, which is trying to find the chewiest food. Which food is the chewiest?
Yeah. Like,
they've done like the saltiest and, all sorts of different food challenges. We're like, oh, this is neat. We put it on, and they pull up the first item. It's like a Japanese candy, and they chew it for 13 minutes straight on camera. And they just chew and chew. And so, like, you're watching it, like, waiting for them to, like, give their review, and it just goes and goes and goes. And it took us probably a good 5 to 6 minutes of them chewing before we're just like, oh, these motherfuckers are just going to keep chewing.
Yeah.
And so, like, fast forward to the end, and they're just like, yep, this was pretty good. And then the video just ended. And they were supposed to, like, eat, like, 5 things, and they didn't get off the first one. So, like, you guys got me. So, congratulations.
Wow.
But yeah, fuck April Fool's Day. It ain't funny. It's stupid. The only ones that are good at it are Pornhub.
I was just about to say, I don't know. Actually, you know what? Let me go to Pornhub. Let me see what they did real quick. Hang on. Let me go to my incognito browser. I don't want...
Your burner.
My burner browser. Nope, that's just a lot of fucking. Those are just... Yep, that's all tits and dicks.
Boy, Christy, his web history, OnlyFans and Pornhub, like, you got, might have some issues here.
So nothing from Pornhub today, which, I mean, they're busy. They're giving away, free.
They're giving away
months
free
of premium and all that stuff. Yeah, so subscribe to them, and be sure to subscribe
to us.
Should we go on Pornhub, because you can start your own account on Pornhub?
Can you now?
You can. You can start, like... Pretty sure they have live stream available on there as well.
Just love a platform.
Let me tell you... What about this? Monday night.
Oh. No. I'm putting the squash on that already.
The couple stream goes live for the first time. it could be huge. I'm just saying it could be huge.
If you'd like to stay in touch with the show, please follow us on all social media. Brain Wreck Show across all platforms. Hit that like button.
I think it could be a huge hit.
Hit the subscribe
I
button.
really want to do it.
I'm putting the kibosh on this. And tune in Monday on either Twitch or YouTube or any of the other platforms he's got running.
Oh my God.
Not Pornhub. And for this week, I've been Jason
I'm
Axe,
Kevin Graham.
and this has been your show.